Why do we eat matzah in the night of Pesach? We have a paragraph in the Haggadah that says, Matzah zoi sh'ana oichlim al shumah. Why do we eat the matzah? Let's begin with a story of Rabbi Yitzchak ben Bedicheved, the Heilige Bedicheved Rov. When he came to this paragraph of Matzah Zu, and he lifted the kaidah with the matzahs in his hand, he got so excited, and he started to tremble about being ready to do the mitzvah, that he fell off his chair and fell on the ground. With that, he pulled the kaidah with him on the floor, and the cup of wine fell down. The whole table turned over, and he was on the floor of Dir Moavis Pilus. After a while, when he got back to himself, his family had prepared already a new table with new kaidah, new matzahs, and new wine, and he sat up in his chair, and then he took the matzah and says, Matzah Zu. So we have here, the paragraph starts saying, Matzah Zu shaloichem hashuma. Why do we eat the matzah? So let's go through the words of this paragraph. Matzah, we know what is matzah. Chometz and matzah is already mentioned, that has the same letters. Mem and tzaddik are both equal. Chometz has a mem and a tzaddik, and matzah has a mem and a tzaddik. The difference in the two letters are, matzah has a hey, and chometz has a ches. What's the difference between a hey and a ches? They both have a opening in the bottom, but ches, once you get into the opening, you're closed. The hey, you have an opening in the bottom, it has a small little crack on the left side wall. Says the Rabbi, the explanation is, the pasuk says in Chumash Breishis, LePesach chatos roivitz. The sin is lying by the door, by the gateway, always ready to get into you. You just open the door and the sin comes in. But it could be the sin comes in, well, a person is human, but then he has a crack, and he has a thought of tshuva, and he does tshuva. As the Medrash tells us in the Mishlei, Hashem says to us, give me a crack as small as the hole of a needle, and I'll open the doors like the gateways of a ballroom. So over here also, the hay has an opening of the bottom. The sin came in, but then it has a crack open, does tshuva. The ches has the open at the bottom, but he doesn't do tshuva. Why? Because he's an balagay, he's arrogant. He doesn't have the bittul like the matzah has. He's the chometz that rises, and he's always going to find an excuse. Whatever he did wrong, there's a reason for it, and it's not his fault. So we have to change the chometz and become matzah, become a little bit of humble. And when we're humble, even though we sin, but we'll find that crack in our left wall and do tshuva. So the first word is matzah. Be humble and have that hay. Change the ches for the hay, and then you're going to continue. The next word is zoi. Matzah zoi is our nusach. Zoi is like saying zois or zeh, as in the Siddur of Amner Goyim says zeh. Zoi means we're saying this matzah. What is it all about? So we say here matzah zu sha'ana oichlim, that we are eating. Why do you add the word sha'ana oichlim? Because there are several kinds of matzahs. There's the matzah that the Eden ate before midnight. There's the matzah that the Eden ate after midnight. There's the matzah that represents oini, affliction, poor. And there's a matzah that represents chayros, freedom, going out. Which matzah? Why do we eat this matzah here? Sha'ana oichlim, what we eat now, what are we trying to represent? The chayros, or the inoi, or the oini, what are we representing here? Al Shulma. Then in the Rambam's Haggadah, it says not Al Shulma, Al Shem Ma. Says Rav Chaim Brisker that he teaches that I'm trying to tell us that these paragraphs are not giving us the reason why we do it. It's giving us the explanation of the name. Why is Pesach called Pesach? Al Shem Ma? Because Pesach, the Eibusha jumped over the houses. Why is Mother called Mother? Because Mother has Al Shem Meideru, bitter. Why is matzah called matzah? Because the Eibishter did it b'chipazim and took us out of Mitzrayim. And therefore there's an explanation that the word matzah comes from the word metzitza. He sucked us out because it was the last minute. Had we stayed there one more minute, we would have been sunken into the Mitzrayim, to the Tumah, and we couldn't be revealed. We couldn't be a nigal. So he had to moitzit, suck us out of Mitzrayim, matzah. So he said that's why it says al shem, not al shum. The Alter Rebbe says, we'll go to Torah Parsha Pikudei, that this thing here, we're saying here, Pesach al Shumah, Matzah al Shumah, Mor al Shumah is not a question, it's a statement. Do you know why we do these three things, says the Alter Rebbe? Al Shumah, to get Ma. What is Ma? Ma is bittul. As we say, the pasuk says, "V'nachnu Ma." What are we? We're nobody. We're humble. So in order to get ourselves to become more humble, Pesach al Shumah, Matzah al Shumah, Mor al Shumah. This is not a question; it's a statement. And then we say that the story told that if the Frierdiker Rebbe, when he was here in America, they used to bake for him matzahs, his shluchim, and then he would come and bring the matzahs to him out of Pesach. One year, they brought him out of Pesach the matzahs, and he said to the person who brought the matzahs to him, "Matzah is bittul." And he wanted to emphasize what is bittul. He says, Beis, Yud, Tez, Vav, Lamed. Matzah is bittul, but it has to be matzah shmura. You have to guard the bittul. That's not even shame of the bittul. That is matzah shmura. We have here, then we say, the reason is, al shum shelo yihispik b'tzekes shlavseinu lahachmitz at shenigla aleihem melech malchim l'chakodesh baruch hu. We eat matzah because the Eibishter came quick, didn't let our dough rise, and he came and he revealed himself to us. So you have, this is an addition to the Mishnah. The Mishnah just says matzah. Why do we eat matzah? Al shum shenigla lahachmitz because our fathers were redeemed. The Baal Haggadah adds two things: the mere thing that he redeemed us, and how he redeemed us. Golam, etzem hagula, and the way it was done from Shalahi speaking in a quick way. Why? Both of them are important. Had it been not quick, we would have been stuck there in the tumah and wouldn't be able to be revealed Hashem to us. And here the question comes. It says here that the Eibishter came revealed to us ad shenigla aleim, which means that till then didn't become Chometz, and afterwards became Chometz. What does it mean here? It says, Al shum shalihispik b'tzekesh lavesenu lahachmetz ad shenigla, and afterwards it did become Chometz. It should have said, you know why it's not Chometz? Al shenigla. But the answer is simple. Once there was the Geula of the Eibishter, there's no room for Gaiva. There's no room for somebody to become Chometz. So ad shenigla was a room for Chometz. It was a possibility, but Nigalayim, Melech Malachim, there's no more room for any chametz, for any guy, from anybody else that could happen. Now the question is here, this is the reason why we eat matzah, but why don't we eat chametz? Why don't we eat chametz? Or more so, people ask a question, just like mutter, we eat a kazayis mutter, enough, and then we can continue eating all kind of vegetables. So why can't we do say matzah? Eat a kazayis matzah. When you finish a kazayis matzah, the rest you can eat chametz. Why is that different? So here we have the reason. The reason is the Zohar says chametz is sitra achra, is yetzer hara, as the Gemara says sa'ir shebeisa, the yeast. Chametz is all that, and that you have to eradicate completely. That's why there's no room to say eat matzah kazayis and then go back to chametz. Chometz has to be eradicated completely. The Marsha says that the same reason why we eat matzah, the Eibishter the Eibishter revealed to us so quickly that we had a chance to our dough to rise, because lo yichmitz, that's why lo chometz, says the Marsha. The same reason why we eat matzah, the same reason is no chometz. And since the Eibishter came out so quickly, he didn't let us rise, so there was no chometz there at all, so we don't need chometz at all either. And here comes the Mefarshim and asks the question, if that's the case, if chametz, according to the Zohar, is so terrible, it's sitra achra, it's klipa, it's yetzer hara, it should be aser a whole year. Why only 7 days? A whole year should be aser chametz, it's sitra achra, it's klipa. And the answer is given with a mashal of a doctor and a yichoyle, and a sick person. A person who is sick, the doctor tells him, don't eat this, don't eat that. But once he gets well and strong, he could eat it again. Once his immune system is strong. So too, in Pesach time, we got to strengthen our emunah. Don't eat the chametz. Once you're strong, then you're not a chayil anymore. You're allowed to eat chametz again. Interesting enough, I once read in a book that brings down that the Egyptians were the one who discovered that when you put yeast in a dough, that rises the dough. Beforehand, all the breads were like flat bread, like matzah, like pita bread, all flat breads. They discovered that you could have bread that's fluffy and it rises. Because they were the one to discover that, that's why we don't eat the Chometz. But that could be a challenge if it's a fact or not. And we have here at the end of the paragraph, we say, the pasuk said that they eat left Mitzrayim, and they were quickly, and they didn't eat the gam tzeidah. They didn't make any tzeidah. They didn't take any snack food to take out. Why didn't they take any snack food? So Rabbi Yosef B'chor Shoir, in his Pirush on Chumash, and he says that a good question. Moshe told the Eden, hey, in 4 days from now there's gonna be Makkos B'choros, and we're gonna leave Mitzrayim. So why didn't they prepare food? So he answered, because they believed Moshe Rabbeinu, but they didn't think it's going to be Bebahola. In the haste, they thought it would be time to make our sandwiches, our breads. They didn't think it would be Behola. The Eibush came right away and let us out of Mitzrayim. Let us be Zoicha to Chometz and Mitzrayim, Aren on the floor, speedily in our days, take him yad mamash.